Hey, long time no see. I got a little surprise for you. So shh. Check this out. Check this out.
Here we go. Oh, me.
Oh, he's such a bender, dude. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. Shh. Why is my chair all the way over here? Anyhow, I got something to show you guys. Check this out. It's a pretty sweet goal. I'm pretty good at hockey if you haven't been able to tell already. Check it out.
Yeah! Fucking A! Nice pass.
Wow. You have to get up, do what they do. But that was insane. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Come on! I make go records, baby. I'm liking this. Hello, my name is Clay. Welcome to another belated Hawks recap video. Thanks for tuning in. Blackhawks playing in their 13th game of the season against the Anaheim Ducks, back end of back-to-back, and they win. They get the overtime victory by a score of 3-2. Once again, apologies for how late this video has come out. I was out of town, as I mentioned in my previous video, during the entire California part of this road trip, so these videos had to wait until I got back. I am now back, so here they are, and we're going to be finally back to our regular scheduled programming of having on-time Hawks recap videos, but this is just not one of them. Anyhow, this is going to be another short Hawks recap video considering how late this video is getting up. Hawks have already played another game since this particular game, so no real point in digging deep into it. We'll stay high level for this game. I don't really want to waste your time, but I still feel like it's important to share some commentary about this game, share some thoughts, some things that I saw. As I mentioned, back end of a back-to-back, Robin Lehner starting in net for the Hawks against an Anaheim Ducks team that has had a pretty surprising start to the year, pretty decent start, much better start than, say, the Kings have had. So back end of back-to-back, legs might be a little tired, a little bit maybe more difficult tests, but it seemed like the Hawks were up for it. Now, Lehner did have to make some really good saves early on in this game, but instead of going down by 2 goals in the first period, the Hawks flipped the script, and they are the ones that go up by 2 goals, which is a nice change of pace. And it all starts with Adam Boqvist getting his first career NHL goal in his second career NHL game. You might recall Kirby Dach also got his first career NHL goal in his second career NHL game. So these two prospects kind of just developing right alongside each other, kind of copying each other, but it's good to see. Came right after the power play expired for the Hawks, but it essentially was kind of a power play goal. But Hawks get on the board early, and then Hawks get another power play later on in the first period. Alex DeBrincat getting a cross-crease pass from Patrick Kane. How often did we see that last year? Finally, it seems to work again this year. DeBrincat scoring on the power play. So essentially 2 power play goals, even though the first one didn't technically count. So it's good to see the power play kind of helping the Hawks get on the board. So the Hawks up 2-0 going into the second period. Now, they weren't able to score another goal in regulation, but it's not necessarily because they didn't play well enough or played super poorly that they didn't get those chances. They definitely did. Ryan Miller just made some incredible saves in this game, especially the latter half of this game. And the Ducks kind of took advantage of that great goaltending and rewarded their goaltender by scoring goals themselves. They would get a goal in the second period and then a power play goal in the third period to tie this game up at 2 and send this game into overtime. Not a very long overtime in this one, only 24 seconds. Blackhawks had the puck the entire time, which means it really wasn't that exciting of an overtime. Now, as a Hawks fan, I'm very pleased with the outcome, but if you're looking at it from a Ducks fan perspective, this was a very anticlimactic overtime. This was just kind of like, oh, okay, it's over. I mean, it sucks to lose in overtime, but it sucks even more when your team doesn't even really get a shot, like on goal in overtime. Like, you don't even get a chance. That's one of the things I kind of like about the shootout, and I know a lot of people really don't like the shootout. I'm not saying that shootout should replace 3-on-3, because 3-on-3 hockey can be very exciting. It can be back and forth action, jam-packed, and just super exciting. But then you get overtimes like this where it's just over like that, and it's like, you know, at least the shootout, what I'm saying, at least the shootout gives both teams like a chance, right? Each team can shoot on net at least once, at least twice actually. So in a situation like this where only the Hawks had the puck and they score 24 seconds in, it's like, okay, I guess we're done now. But I'll take it. Hawks win 3-2. They end their back-to-back getting 3 out of 4 possible points. Like, I'll take that every time. Yeah, it was a disappointing game against the Kings, but they still got a point out of it. Then they go and beat the Anaheim Ducks on the road, get the 2 points, although in overtime. I mean, 3 out of 4 points in a back-to-back. That's good, despite them not really playing all that well for probably a majority of the back-to-back. So with the results of this game and this back-to-back, the Hawks put themselves in a pretty decent spot going into their final game of this road trip to kind of end this road trip on a good note. Obviously, we know what happened, and we'll talk about that in my next Belated Hawks recap video, but there are positives here. The Hawks, even though they didn't really play all that well against the Kings, they followed it up with a pretty decent game against the Ducks, and they got the results. But the inconsistencies right there are kind of what's dooming this team right now. We're bipolar, basically. We're having good efforts, and then we're having, like, what the heck is happening efforts. Like, the Hawks need to figure out how to close that gap, or at least limit the what the heck is going on moments, and just make the bad less bad. And if they can do that, then things will turn around. But right now, and we'll talk about it in my next video, it's a struggle to do that. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching this Belated Hawks recap video. Once again, apologies for how late this is. I hope you understand. I appreciate if you do. But leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and, well, I'll see you real soon.